I am sick and tired of every time something comes up in the media about terrorism, they always try to blame me and Bill for having caused it. So, okay, all these guys that came over from Kosovo, these Armenians that we let into the country, and I created a village for them at Fort Dix, and if any investigative journalist wants to dig a little bit, you'll see it all comes back to our doorstep. Okay, so just because of that, how come everybody has to complain that Bill Clinton and I don't have any smarts when it comes to foreign policy? I am sick and tired of that. And that brings up all these other things that I'm sick and tired about. Okay, I got a whole list here I'm going to look at and read. And it all has to do with all these things that they're going to ask me about on the campaign trail. And I don't know what I'm going to say about them, but none of the Democratic journalists will ask. But I'm not going to go on Fox News ever, because they'll ask me this. So I'll stay with the mainstream media. So they're going to ask me about Bill Clinton. Well, what am I going to say there? Or Bill Clinton's impeachment, or Bill Clinton's disbarment, or Bill Clinton's pardons of felons, or that Vince Foster suicide, and just that whole Slick Willie name. Why is he called Slick Willie? And what do I think about that? Nobody's going to ask me that from the mainstream media, but I'm not going to go on Fox and let them ask me. And my name, that whole name thing. I'm Hillary Rodham sometimes, Hillary Rodham Clinton other times. Sometimes I'm Hillary Clinton, and they're not going to ask me about that. And Whitewater Gate, that whole thing, and the billing records from the Rose Law Firm, and that I was the first lady to testify before a grand jury, and Paula Jones, and Monica Lewinsky, and Kathleen Willey, and Travelgate, firing all those people. And when I talked about the vast right-wing conspiracy with Matt Lauer, when Bill Clinton was, it was clear that he was doing all that stuff with Monica Lewinsky. And then my failure with Hillary Care, and Waco with Janet Reno and Bill when they incinerated all those, women and children and innocent men. And when we left the White House, we stole all that furniture and stuff from the White House. You're not going to ask me about that. And the tax deductions I took for Governor Bill Clinton's underwear. And Bill Clinton's sexual addiction and his other addictions, and Roger Clinton, his brother, and Hugh Rodham, my brother, and all that stuff about the pardons. And when I said I was named after Sir Edmund Hillary, I can't even think of it now. Sir Edmund Hillary, and someone once said, always tell the truth. It's easier to remember. But I said I was named after Sir Edmund Hillary, and that was impossible. And the fact that I'm obese, but I want to tell everybody what to do about health care. And Chinagate, all that money we took from foreign sources, which is illegal. And the White House coffees where we violated the law, and the millions of dollars Bill Clinton is getting from speeches to communists and Islamic radicals who are our enemies, and the 47 individuals and business affiliates of ours that got convicted or have pleaded guilty to crimes just when we were in office, and the 33 convictions while I was a first lady, and the 122 congressional witnesses who just said, well, I don't remember anything. And that radical socialist Saul Alinsky, who was my mentor, that I don't want to talk about anymore, and the fact that I supported the Black Panthers when I was at Yale, and then the Yale Review of Law and Social Action that I was an editor for, and we called the police pigs. And look at the other stuff we had in here. This is from this book, Boy Clinton. Boy Clinton by Emmett Tyrell, and look at what we did. This is right from my that law review, and this is the kind of stuff we had in there. We drew pictures of the police as pigs, and we put it in there. And oh, weren't we so smart and everything? And I'm never going to disavow that, because I did that, and I'm never going to apologize for that, but nobody's going to ask me about it, and or whether I still believe all that stuff, because I do, but nobody's going to ask me. And the fact that I swear like a sailor, and including at my husband, and Webb Hubble, we got convicted, went to prison. He was the third guy at, the Justice Department. He was my law partner and all that. And Craig Livingstone in the databases of the FBI files of all our enemies. And Jim and Susan McDougal and all that. Well, anyways, I am sick and tired of the fact that every time something comes up in the media about terrorism or anything else, they want to ask me about it and say, oh, Bill Clinton didn't do anything, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sick and tired of it, and they better not ask me any questions about all this stuff, or I won't be, the media people, or I won't be their friends, and I'm just not going to go on Fox News ever.